Hey, I want to talk about your programming. Yeah, your programming. We were all born into this lovely experience of a world, knowing who we are, knowing what we're here to do. But then our parents and our family and our schools program us by repeating things over and over and over. We're very suggestible when we're young, very suggestible. And so we get these programs put into us, i.e. fear, beliefs, things that other people believed to be true. So they told us over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, so we believe it. That's why children are happier than most adults, because children know who they are. And the younger you are, the less programmed you are. That's why infants and babies, they're just so happy all the time. You know why? Because they live in the moment and they're not programmed. They know who they are. You have God living inside of you. Jesus said the kingdom of God is within you. Search ye first the kingdom of God within you. Anyway, I'm going to go back to this. So your programming has made you believe what you believe. But when you start to wake up and you start to question what you believe, because you don't believe it anymore, or how about this, you don't want to believe it anymore because, what if you believe everything I eat goes to my hips? Guess what? You won't have some big ass hips, because everything you eat goes to your hips, because whatever you believe to be true is true for you. This is the law of assumption. So universal law, it doesn't change. It is what it is. It's kind of like the law of attraction. It is what it is. Like attracts like. So if you speak it, it will become you. When you decide that you're ready to break free from that and you want to think your own thoughts, called critical thinking. They don't teach that in school, by the way. They teach you how to step in line and do as you're told. You're an individual with your own beliefs, supposedly, your own thoughts, your own words, your own dreams, your own desires. Why are you doing what society tells you should do? It's really easy to change. If you believe something about your life that you don't want to believe anymore, start to change it with your words. Because the only thing that made you believe what you believe, I don't know, here's an example, fluoride. Fluoride's good for you, it's good for your teeth. Show me the studies that say that. I had to wake up to realize that. I used to be a dental assistant. I used to think you needed fluoride, until I realized that fluoride calcifies the pineal gland that keeps us from being able to wake up and see who the fuck we are. That's a whole nother story. But when I started researching, because it didn't sit right with me, I learned, and now I don't use fluoride. And I'm awake. I don't like the term woke. I'm not woke. That's bullshit. But anyway, when you start to, I used to be a pessimist, so I know how to do this, y'all. I have trained my brain to think positive by, even in the midst of my darkness, speaking life, knowing that everything's working for my benefit, telling myself constantly, repeatedly, the Bible talks about pray without ceasing. Praying is speaking things as if you want them, as if they were. Same thing as faith, believing in the things you cannot yet see as if they were. Well, you got to have the faith and you got to believe in the things that you don't yet see. So if you don't see yourself as being happy yet because you're a negative cod, because you've been programmed that way and all you see is the negative, you have to start finding something to be positive for. Something. I don't care if it's your kid. I don't care if it's that you have food in the fridge. Whatever that is that makes you feel good and warm and fuzzy inside, I want you to practice that. Practice that feeling every day, all the time. Think about it intentionally. Think about the thoughts that you're thinking and start speaking. I'm so grateful for this. I'm so grateful for that. I am happy even when you're in the middle of something really dark. When you do that consistently, before you know it, you're going to become that happy person, because whatever you say after I am becomes what you are. See how it's a program? Whatever you speak becomes what you are, because that's how a computer program works, doesn't it? Does a computer program do what it's told, do what it's programmed to do? Well, if you program it, I am ... I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, lovely, harmonious, happy, abundant, free, joyous, grateful. That's what I am. What would you say after I am? And if it's not positive statements, I want you to check yourself. I want you to question, why do I say this to myself? Why do I believe this about myself? Because God doesn't create junk, and He made you, and you have a purpose. You have a purpose that nobody else on this planet could ever achieve, because it's for you individually. That's the best part. You can't fuck it up because you're created for it. The only way you fuck it up is if you don't do the things that you know you should be doing, and you don't think about the things you should be thinking about, and you focus on the wrong side of the story, i.e. the negative stuff, which our brain, by the way, is wired to do, which is the hard work, again, that the Bible talks about. The hard work is to remind yourself, I am light and joy and love. That's what God created you to be. But your beliefs are keeping you stuck in lack and doubt and fear and disappointment and anger and unforgiveness and all that crap. When I let all that go, I walk around with a perpetual smile on my face. Ask anybody who knows me. Ask anybody who knows me, and they'll tell you. And ask people who knew me 20 years ago if I'm the same person. And they'll tell you, no, that's not the same person. But you know what? I've returned to my childlike state. I have returned where nothing bothers me. I returned to that state when I was a kid, and I lived in the moment. Before I knew about the news, before I knew about this, before I knew about that, because none of that mattered, because it didn't affect me. I've come to a place where nothing matters. If it doesn't affect me personally or my people around me, my immediate community, why am I giving my energy to it? Why am I letting it steal my joy? Why am I letting old beliefs run my program? If you want to change your program, you have to start with the thoughts. And realizing that they're just thoughts, but when you focus on thoughts and start to become aware of the thoughts and realize that you're not the thought, you're the one above the thought, seeing the thought, hearing the thought, you're the consciousness behind the thought, and the thought is just your current state of vibration. If you're in a bad mood, are you thinking about good things? No, because you're thinking about all the crap that went wrong and why you're a victim and how this pissed you off and that pissed you off and the other pissed you off. What if you didn't give any of that stuff any kind of airtime, and you, I don't know, maybe shifted, because you can consciously create a thought. You can consciously create a thought. You don't have to let those trains of thought just keep dragging you along the tracks like you're freaking dragged behind a trailer on a rope. It's tearing you through the dirt. It's not helping you. It's not benefiting you. So stop it. Start consciously thinking of things that are positive that you would like to see in your life. Start with abundance. Start with peace. Start with joy. I am joyous. Now, in the beginning, it's going to feel like you're lying, but if you keep saying it over and over and over and over and over and over and reprogramming your mind with the new thoughts, the new beliefs, the new actions, you will see a change in your life. Trust me.